my sense is that Bill Moyers' documentary is propaganda, and I mean propaganda as the phrase one-sided political advocacy. It doesn't provide a very balanced treatment of the topic. And so I'll talk about that in a couple minutes. And then the larger debate out of this issue, these issues that we're talking about, essentially is interest group power and influence in American government. And despite what you're learning in the video, and you've watched about a half hour now, it's not true that these elite, right-wing, secretive groups dominate the political legislative process, and especially in terms of nonprofit organizations. The data show that the most powerful interest groups and foundations and what you call 501c4 groups are on the left of the ideological spectrum. So I'll show you that. We'll talk about that in a couple minutes. So that's my presentation today, and let me look at how I'm doing on time, because I don't want to go over, all right? All right, I have some notes. Let me get my notes here. Okay, I mentioned, now first, so we'll continue with number one here. I mentioned what AB 955 is, and there's a debate, and part of our discussion today was that this would lead to the privatization of education in California. When I was looking up some research on this and some articles on this legislation, I came across an article from the League of United Latin American Citizens. It's called LULAC. And they attacked AB 955, and I quote, they said that it would favor the haves over the have-nots and would create a two-tiered pricing system, resulting in increase of community college tuition rates by 400%, and provide special educational advantages to students who have the money to pay up to $200 per unit for summer classes instead of the regular $46. And it goes on, the group goes on to say that AB 955 threatens access to education in California. We believe AB 955 inhibits educational enrollment and attainment in our community, the Latino community. As stated in the mission by the American Association of Community Colleges, a college must serve all segments of society through an open access admissions policy that offers equal and fair treatment to all students. Now, I don't dispute that. I think that is a problem with this legislation. You have to think about what might happen. Say that this college, or the 5 other colleges that are offering these extensions this year, say that these take off and they're successful, and a large number of students are able to pay roughly almost $700 for one class every semester. Colleges might find that they can offer more of these extension classes, and they would have to essentially, unless there's changes in the budget structure, they'd have to siphon resources from the essentially publicly funded college classes that we're all taking, and take professors like myself or Professor Hund and all the resources and siphon those over to these extension courses. And it could create a two-tier track of education, and that's the idea behind why you might see this privatization. It's pay to play. You can afford those classes. That is a problem, but